Welcome back to R&M. I'm glad we are in our final step of how I won my green card. If you've been with me since step 1 until now, the last step, congratulations. Please, if you have not subscribed to R&N Media, please go ahead and subscribe, share, and like. I want to give you 3 seconds to go down there. Just hit the subscription button and like this video and share. Do you know why you should subscribe or share and like? I have a lot coming. So many good things are coming. If you are not going to win the green card, there are many other ways you can come to this great country. So please go ahead and subscribe and share and like. Today we are on step number 3 of how I won my green card, and it is the last step. It is the interview, the DV lottery interview. It's a long way, but finally you are on interview site, and it's the only place you shall be going before you know your fate. So today I could like to discuss on what you should prepare for this interview. First of all, I know most of us have been to interviews, haven't you? Maybe job, you've been a call for an interview for a job, you've been called for an interview for something else. I know it's not the first time you have been called for an interview. So what do you expect on this interview, a DV lottery interview? First, you have to note the date, the time that your interview is supposed to take place. That's the first thing you should have in mind. Note the date and the time, because you don't want to go for an interview on 3rd and you found that the interview was on 1st. That's a frustration, right? So know the date. And you don't want to go for an interview at 3 p.m. and the interview was at 7 a.m. That's a frustration. So date and time is the first thing you should know. The second thing you should do on the interview, that the DV lottery interview, please remember to carry all your documents that are required. Other times you can even carry more than you are required to carry, because when you are asked of a document, you don't want to say I forgot. That's a frustration. So please remember to carry all the documents that are listed in step number 2 that you are supposed to carry for a DV lottery. So another planning you should do is transportation. Sometimes this interview will take place where you don't have public transport. Do you have private transportation, or you want to go and wait for a public transport, that's a matatu, and you found that there is no route going to that place? That's Gigiri, the US Embassy interview. So please make prior arrangements on how you can have transportation. And remember, sometimes it could be hectic transportation in Nairobi during morning hours, because interviews are likely to be during the morning. So remember, traffic can be hectic. So prepare earlier, wake up earlier, organize with whoever is going to drop you, a driver or somebody, so that they're there on time, and you better be there on time. So that's another thing I would like to touch bases on. Another thing, remember, you will not be the only person during that date. There will be so many people waiting for the same interview. So be prepared that you'll be more than one person, and you'll be making a queue. So making a queue is part of what you are expected to remember, that you'll be making a queue during a entry into the embassy. Another thing, you will have a security check, a thorough security check. So don't wear things that are going to delay your security check. Personally, I don't wear belts when I'm going for interviews, such interviews, or when I'm traveling, because every time you get there, they will tell you to remove the belt, do what? If you have got metals, if you have got, like, some metal detecting things in your body. So please don't wear unnecessary things during that interview, because it will be a wastage of time. One more thing, be confident. Be confident that you are going to make it. So don't panic, be yourself, and answer what you are supposed to answer. Okay? So these are among the questions you are expected to be asked. These questions may vary from one person to the other. If you are married, you may be asked a question that a single person may not be asked. So I'm going to do a wrap-up of questions that you are likely to be asked, either we are married or you are single or whatever. So the first question could be, why are you migrating to the United States? Why are you migrating to the United States? So you should have the answers on your fingertips. Don't think like, oh, uh, uh, just know that you'll be asked those questions. Why are you moving to the United States? If you are going to work, if you are coming to study, or if you are coming to do something, just know that wherever he asks you or she asks you the questions, you are able to answer it without hesitation. Because if you think about like what you're gonna do, it means that you are not ready or you are not prepared for this interview. Another question you are likely to be asked is, have you traveled to the United States before? Some people ask, have you traveled out of Kenya before? But specifically, you'll be asked, have you traveled to the United States before? So if it's a yes, that's a yes or no question. So you will not have to think about it. If it's a yes, you will say yes. And if it's a no, you will say no. Another question you could be asked, are you married? If you are not married, they definitely know you are not married because you already failed. So don't mix up yourself, say you are single, again you've written there you are married. Do you have children? That could be another question. If you don't have them, say you don't have them. If you have them, say you have them. Okay. Another question you could be asked, what's your annual income? I know this question could not be asked to mostly those people who have won the DV lottery. Other interviews that are entitled to other visas, like if you are coming here to to study, specifically the study visas, you will be asked what's your annual income so that they can know if you're going to cater for yourself. Another question you are likely to be asked, will you come back to your country? For example, if you are from Kenya, you will be asked, will you come back to Kenya when you move to the United States? Definitely, you know that answer. You will know what to answer them. Another very important question you will be asked, do you have a crime record? Remember, that's a very sensitive question. If you've got a crime record, tell them you have a crime record because they already know. They have already done their research. Don't think they are fools. They already know what they're doing. So if you have a criminal record, just tell them you've got a criminal record. Next time, I'm going to tackle on the reason for your visa denials. Reason for your visa denials. Please remember to check it out when I post it out soon. And for this video, please remember to subscribe, share, and like. Bye bye. Take care.